David, David.
I don't want you taking our secrets back to the Republicans. All right, so
They actually don't invite me to their meetings.
So right here,
my vote right there. Yeah.
Jeff, right here we have Chuck with the timer. He'll give you an indication when you've got about 30 seconds to go. So this is Geoff Dean, candidate for Ventura County Sheriff. Jeff, 3 minutes, please.
Thank you. I appreciate you letting me go first. I actually have to sit on an expert panel on underage and binge drinking at City Hall, so I apologize for cutting in front of you. Like I mentioned, we haven't had a contested race for sheriff in 32 years. Historically, what's happened is the incumbent sheriff picked his replacement, and then he retired early, and that person was appointed. So this is the first time people are going to have a choice, and I'm a strong believer in democracy, and it's been a lot of work, but I think it's worth it. Quickly about me in my short time, because Chuck has a stopwatch going, and he's not going to cut me any slack. 53 years old, born down in the San Fernando Valley, raised in Simi Valley. I have a master's degree in public administration from Cal State Northridge and a second master's degree in management from Cal Poly Pomona. I've got my wonderful wife Marlene of 23 years is in the back here. She's a math professor at Oxnard College. Spent 18 years teaching math at Moore Park High School before moving over there. 21-year-old daughter at DePaul University. She's a junior. Just informed us she's going to go to law school, so that's just wonderful, I think. And an 18-year-old high school senior son who is trying to figure out where he's going to go to school next year. 32 years on the Sheriff's Department. It's the only place I've ever worked in law enforcement. It's a great place. I've worked all over the place, spent years in tactical operations on the SWAT team. I ran one of our contract cities. More importantly, I spent about 6.5 years at the executive level of the agency, 3 years running our budget. We have about a $225 million budget, 1,200 employees, overseeing things like internal affairs, the administration, not necessarily the fun stuff, but certainly a critical part of the operation. And then 3 years overseeing all of our field operations throughout Ventura County. It's a big place. We're the police department for 5 cities in Ventura County. We have the only bomb squad, crime lab, and a whole variety of services that we offer, and a lot of diversity. And then some time overseeing our jails, which make up about half our department. It's one of our constitutional mandates that we actually run the jail. So in contrast to my opponent, who has about 1 year's worth of experience in one assignment, I bring a lot of broad diversity. There's a lot of critical issues, and I think we'll get to some of those tonight, but I think the one we can't avoid touching on is the economic crisis we're all facing right now. And law enforcement's facing it, public agencies are facing it, just like all of you out there, and the private sector are facing it. And it's our challenge to find a way to run law enforcement and public safety as successfully as people in the private sector run their successful private businesses. And it's a challenge that sometimes in government we tend to settle for mediocrity, and we can't settle for mediocrity. We need to really work, and we need to try to excel and provide those services as best we can without wasting the precious taxpayer dollar. So thank you very much, and happy to answer any questions.